In a small, cozy apartment building situated in a quiet neighborhood, an elderly woman named Mrs. Thompson was living out her final days. She lived a simple and humble life and found solace in her later years in the company of her faithful animal companion, a cat named Lily. Mrs. Thompson's grandchildren were well aware of the value of her apartment in a desirable location. As her health began to decline, her eyes lit up with anticipation, seeing the possibilities that awaited her when she was gone. They eagerly awaited her inheritance, unaware of their grandmother's love for Lily. After Mrs. Thompson's death, the family gathered at her apartment, their faces marked by greed. They admired the antique furniture and family heirlooms in the cozy rooms, but turned up their noses at the sight of Lily. They were determined to free themselves from this unwanted burden. The decision was made to place Lily with another grandmother, Mrs. Jenkins, who was known for her kindness to the neighborhood cats. Without concern for the cat's well-being, the relatives delivered Lily to Mrs. Jenkins' door and quickly left, eager to return to their responsibilities-free lives. When Mrs. Jenkins opened the door and saw the emaciated creature before her, her heart ached. Lily's bony skeleton resembled that of a concentration camp prisoner, her fragility evident as her bones protruded through the thinning fur. His eyes, once full of life and curiosity, now reflected sadness and exhaustion. Desperate and worried, Mrs. Jenkins decided to seek help from a local veterinary practice. The veterinarian, Dr. Anderson, understood the seriousness of the situation. Lily's health deteriorated significantly and test results painted a bleak picture. Even so, Lily's spirit remained intact. It was proof of her resilience. Days turned into weeks and Lily's condition gradually improved. She thrived under Dr. Anderson's dedicated care, but there was one lingering question. How would Lily cope with the loss of her beloved owner, Mrs. Thompson? The answer revealed itself over time. With increasing strength, Lily's spirit asserted itself. She adapted to her new circumstances and found comfort in the company of the veterinary team and the other animals in her care. She discovered that love and affection could transcend the limits of possession.